Joe Souza once again here on BCW along with Mr. Tubbs and the very, very, dare I say, charismatic JB Moonshine in the house.
Well, I don't know about charismatic, but he sure makes some good stuff out in his barn, I'll tell you that.
Yes, indeed.
Former tag team champions here until the Cowboys took the titles with some despicable means. But here he's coming out here for singles action tonight.
Despicable means, I actually saw footage of that match. The Cowboys won fair and square. The Moonshine Boys, they got what they had coming. All the chicanery they've done, all the stunts they pulled, you knew eventually it was going to backfire.
Well,
Bulldog Brian Bedlam, veteran. This man has been wrestling for quite a few years. He's wrestled up and down the West Coast. He's wrestled obviously up in Washington, here in Oregon, and in California. Wrestled for Big Time Wrestling down the Bay Area, and up in my neck of the woods of Eureka. World traveler, very, very big man, very talented wrestler.
he's another man, like we were talking about Keith Atkins. He had taken some time off, just came back the last couple months. But with his brutal style, you could hardly tell there was even any ring rust, because all he really has to do is beat a man down. You know, JB Moonshine is definitely the biggest and strongest of the Moonshine brothers, and he's losing something like 30 pounds due to the size and power of the Bulldog.
Well, this actually could be their toughest competition to each other to date. I mean, even though Moonshine, he's a little bit less in the weight department, but brutal. This man is rough and tough, rough as nails, and so is Brian Bedlam. This should be an outstanding, and climbing over the top rope, what an outstanding match this is going to be.
I do have to note that the other Moonshine brothers, JD and cousin Jameson, are still at ringside.
Well, you know, when one Moonshine boy comes to the ring, you know he's going to have company. And that's almost a given. So we could be possibly seeing, normally I would say a 3-on-1, but with Brian Bedlam, this might be a 1-on-3.
And JB Moonshine getting a little riled up. You know, I get tired of hearing what these people say too sometimes.
Well, he's letting the fans get into his head, and shouldn't even do that at all. I mean, these boys, they've wrestled for quite a while. They know not to easily let get the fans into his head rather, because they'll take him off his game. And he may have already lost a match from the neck up mentally.
Well, I don't know how hard or easy it is to get into JB Moonshine's head. I'm curious to see how he's going to approach this match. Usually he's one of the bigger guys in the ring. He might not be able to use his normal strategy, because I don't think he's going to be able to outpower the Bulldog at all.
Well, we just found out. Welcome to Portland, Oregon, Mr. Moonshine. He went for the collar and elbow hookup, and Brian Bedlam just pushed him halfway across the ring. Both men circling, collar and elbow hookup. And that is just raw strength there, Mr. Tubbs. You cannot train for that. That comes naturally. That's God-gifted, dare I say.
Absolutely. I certainly resemble that remark to a certain extent. JB, though, we have seen, I'm a big guy.
Okay.
I did a power game when I was wrestling.
Okay.
But now, JB, we have seen in the past that for the hillbilly type of wrestler, these groups, they do know more wrestling moves. I wouldn't call them wrestling technicians, but they have a lot more wear down and submission holds. So he might have to start using some of those as opposed to trying to power attack here.
Well, and plus keep in mind, you know, it can be vicious as well. And you got to keep in mind the two other Moonshine boys outside the ring. That could be the deciding factor in this match.
Certainly. Right now, JB's got to quit worrying about test of strength here and needs to get the Bulldog off of his feet. Yeah, I didn't see this going any other way than this.
Oh, no. Uh-oh. The hands are going down, I think. Oh, no. Both hands got stomped for his trouble.
Now see, everybody says how bad the Moonshiners are when it comes to bending the rules, but that is a move there that the Bedlam should be getting warned about right now.
Well, they got to keep in mind that, Bedlam, he's no stranger to the mat. And like I said, he's been known to follow the rules, and he can break them with the best of them. I saw a match with him 13 years ago for the U.S. Heavyweight Championship against Hawkeye Shane Cody, wily veteran, son of the late Woody Farmer. And even though Brett Bedlam was just starting out, he had that raw bone strength. But nonetheless, with the raw bone strength, rake to the face, Moonshine going to work on him, series of punches to the back there.
Yeah, I'm not going to blame Moonshine for going to the eyes there. Bedlam showed him what kind of rules he wanted to follow, so the Moonshiner, he's just going to go ahead and give him the match he wanted.
And just off sheer strength out of the corner, he's got him. Oh, no, he drove him right to the mat. Into the ropes goes Bedlam, going for the elbow. Oh, yeah. No.
Up on top like that is a place JB is not used to being. That might have totally knocked the wind right out of him.
Rolled out of the ring for lower ground, and not only allowed the fans to get into his head, he's taking a timeout. There's no timeouts in professional wrestling. I'm sorry to be the bearer of bad news, Moonshine boys.
Well, it's a very good strategy, just taking a moment to get his breath back. It stops Bedlam's momentum, gives the JB Moonshine a chance to clear his head a little bit and think about what he should do next.
Well, it's kind of like the quarterback. You slide down or you run out of bounds before you take the hit. I understand that. And a kick, punch, going away. He's going toe-to-toe, going right after him. Has Bedlam. He's going to attempt to shoot him in the way. He's going to, oh, no. Are you kidding me? Going for the body slam?
Trying to get a little payback. Not going to work with Bedlam.
He just picked him up and just dumped him. Into the ropes. Oh, no. What a crushing leg drop. Back into it. 1, 2. Now, wait a minute. This should be a disqualification. They both leaped up on the ring apron. They have no business on the ring apron. If they want to be around the ring, fine. But they cannot even lay a hand on the ring apron. My opinion.
Well, I'm not sure JB was ready to get pinned at that point anyway, but certainly he's going to have to do something to get some kind of attack going in this match. So far, it's been almost entirely the Bulldog.
Well, they just had a three-way huddle, so we're going to see what happens here. And now they're all going to do the divide and conquer. They're going to try to distract him. From behind, JB Moonshine going to work on Bedlam. Series of punches, rabbit punches to the kidneys, to the sternum, pushes him in the corner. And now you got to give JB Moonshine some credit. He'll just keep. He only goes forward. He'll keep going at you until the match is over. Very tough man.
That is certainly true. Both of these men are very tough.
Now wait a minute. His face being raked and getting bit by the other two. Are you kidding me? Turn around, ref. Come on, T-Rex, turn around. He turned around, and the damage has already been done.
Yeah, I know it looked like Cousin Jameson was biting Bedlam, but he was actually removing a tick. That's the way they do it out in the hills.
Well, this ain't the hills. This is Portland. This isn't the backwoods or the hills. But nonetheless, Bedlam should have known. If you're taking on one, you're taking on three. Headbutt right to the lower stomach area, very dangerously close to the midsection. Now he's on him, riding him like a horse, choking him.
Trying to get the wind right out of Bedlam there, which with a big man, that is a good strategy. If you can't breathe, you can't use your strength.
And behind the referee's back, they're choking him. Oh no, raking the bottom of his boot right on the face.
Yeah, I'll admit, T-Rex out there, referee T-Rex, has a lot to watch in this match.
T-Rex, very capable referee, trained by the late Sandy Barr, but referee only has two eyes in his head. Oh, sidewalk slam. He just dumped him. It goes back to the raw strength factor again.
Huge impact. I think the ring bounced once or twice after that. I know my table was rattling here. And Bedlam is up on his feet first, even after the punishment he took.
What a boot to the head. Oh, my God. That might be the opening he needs, Mr. Tubbs.
Wow, I think a few of JB's teeth landed in the second row there. That might have been something that could have finished the match, but
now,
the Bulldog is not going for a pin.
Oh, wait, whoa, 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 whoa. He's going up. Are you kidding?
There's no way.
He's on the middle floor. He's on the top floor of the high rent district. Oh, clothesline right on the throat. He's saying, that's it. This is it. What's he going to do now? What else can he do?
I don't know. I think he calls that the falling flabbergaster or something like that.
He's telling him, turn around. Has him. Possible. Oh, choke slam. That can do it.
Come on,
1,
JB.
2, 3. That is it.
And Bedlam with the 1, 2, 3. Now JB Moonshine has jumped in. Cousin Jameson waiting on the outside.
Oh, he's getting paid for it, even though he won the match. Getting paid for it into the ropes. Ducks under. Oh, double clothesline. And they both bail out for lower ground. Oh, Bedlam is hot. He is hot.
Bulldog Brian Bedlam with the win here, and he just cleaned the clock of the two of them.
What a match. You knew it was going to be a brawl. You knew it was going to be a 3-on-1. Then it turns into a 1-on-3, but nonetheless, Bulldog Brian Bedlam. Oh, I'm just tongue-tied here. This action is just tremendous, Mr. Tubbs.
Bedlam keeps winning here since he came back to blue collar wrestling. Just incredible. Who is going to be big enough and tough enough to stop this man?
We'll have to see in the next coming weeks, but once again, your winner by pinfall, Brian Bedlam. Tremendous action. Woo! We've got more action coming up. Stay tuned, everybody.
Stay in your seats.